Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to unbox the FX570 Steel Legend by ASrock. Or ASrock. I don't know, tomato, tomato. It's all the same really to me. As long as you know what it is, that's all that matters. Anyway, this is going to start off a new journey for me, a new build, and I was excited to kind of unbox it for everybody. I don't know about you, but I'm a techie. Unboxing things just alone is phenomenal. Looking at everything you get, it's just like Christmas all over again for that few moments. Little history behind why I chose what I did is through the research and some definite suggestions out on the web. ASrock seems to provide excellent quality parts that are essentially up to par with, or compete with everybody else on the market, but at a little bit of a lower price point. I predicted the future that most likely as they keep producing the quality of stuff they do, the prices are going to skyrocket, but for now it met. Well, for each part I essentially set a price point that I wasn't allowed to exceed, and this fell within there but met my expectations and requirements, including a pretty close to up-to-date chipset, as well as offering all the component features that I was looking for. This particular one has the Wi-Fi module built in, or not built in, but included with the purchase, as well as an antenna. Most likely I won't use that. I'm looking at probably keeping the Bluetooth on. I don't use Wi-Fi very much. I tend to use everything wired connection. I have Ethernet running between everything, even my TV, my Switch, this. There's only like 2 laptops in the house that are not on wired, well, yet. Anyway, so let's go in. Actually, before we do that, I will be doing unboxing of the rest of the components. If you would like to keep up to date, make sure to hit that like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to receive updates on my new uploads, and I'll bring you along with the journey. When I do complete, most likely I will do a Twitch live stream build. If you'd like more of that, keep tuned. Let's get into it. Here's the box. Not too much to look out. I mean, it's got fancy graphics, really gloss, definitely nice and weighted, that's for darn sure. Anyway, so going over all the features on it, it's got 2 M.2 slots, has a heat sink over it, which is obviously to dissipate the heat. How well that actually will perform, I will test out. Wi-Fi 802.11ax, steel slot with new gen PCI Express slots, PCI 4. I've never had a board with steel, I don't know, slots. I don't know if that's actually really going to help or not. Maybe it just protects for, wear and tear on with the heavier GPUs. It's got power features and phase designed to help it and to accurately handle and precisely handle the power requirements for running this, especially if you're going to overclock. I am doing a Ryzen build. Ryzen doesn't, well, it can overclock. I'm not going to say it doesn't, but I really don't see the need to overclock this. I'll probably run it at, at a nice moderate set. Depending on what I'm doing, if I'm gaming or whatever, I'll probably, have it maybe a little bit. I don't know. I'll get to that point eventually. It's got a flexible integrated I/O shield. I guess it just adjusts a little bit depending on if it fits in your case or not. We'll find out. I think honestly it just allows it to fit in without adjusting or bending anything. It supports 2nd and 3rd gen Ryzen, so that's good. If you've recently bought a 3rd gen, you will be in luck with this if you decide to go with it. The memory does handle up to DDR4, 4666, overclocked of course. Well, I mean, that's it. Otherwise, it's a motherboard. It does feature some of the latest chipset. It's got 7.1 channel surround sound, or HD audio. I guess surround sound is the wrong thing, because if you don't have the right speakers, it really doesn't have sound, right? It doesn't make sound. Intel gigabit LAN, Wi-Fi, 5.0 Bluetooth, and antenna. Well, anyway, this is an ATX form. Let's go ahead and unbox it. Oops. Right, so It is firmly, it is really in there. Yeah, I'm trying to be nice to the box because I want to keep it. I'm a geek, nerd, whatever you want to call me. I like to keep all my boxes, hence the products behind me. Alright, so here we are. We got the ASrock X570 Steel Legend, and in a box within a box. So that's always fun. Alright, right off the bat, we have installing memory module on an AM4 motherboard. This gives you some basic information about which slots to put it in, what kind of memory you're going to use based on different GPU versions. So definitely pay attention to this, read it over before you go ahead and installing all your RAM. Alright, included in the box, we've got a little, I know it's like a postcard, I don't know. Don't know exactly what that's for, maybe sending in the registration. Usually you do that online nowadays. We've got a ASrock driver DVD. So it's got user manual, drivers, and utilities. So come with some probably trialware and whatever. I don't know, whatever comes on it, to be honest. It's kind of sad nowadays that we don't have just included little cheap USB drives. I mean, hell, the system I'm building is not even going to have a CD drive, so this will be kind of useless. We've got the software setup guide, so I guess this will go through loading up the software. Most likely, most of the BIOS, it looks like. Some light reading for the constitutional in the morning. Okay, what's next on the list here? We've got the quick start installation guide. It looks pretty hefty, but honestly it comes in multiple languages, so you'll have to go kind of skip to the language you want. It will run through everything from installing the heatsink, heat seat brackets, installing the CPU correctly, adding the antenna. Definitely read this over. It'll help you. Honestly though, if you've ever built a computer before, you'll most likely know how to do 99% of this. Again, good read, but we'll see. Alright, so we got some included cables. We got looks like four SATA cables. 2 of them are 90-degree angles, so that will be definitely very handy. Nice. I'll enjoy that. Obviously here are the standoff and M.2 screws. You get the nice and individually bagged. I guess that's easier for packaging and monitoring. Or managing, I don't know. Anyway, here is the Wi-Fi antenna stand and cable. Pretty much just screws into the back of the board. You can run this any way you want. It's got some 3M tape. You can slap it down and you'll have your Wi-Fi antenna. Now, here we go. The real meat and potatoes of the board. Oh, weird. Doesn't bend over. I guess you have to kind of just deal with it. Let's go ahead and take this out here. Nice and gently. Okay, let's get this up and out of the way. Alright. Well, so you have it here. We unboxed it, and we're not even going to look at the board, right? No, I'm kidding. Anyway, let's go ahead and take this out of the anti-static bag and take a look. Alright, here we go. So, let's get that better in frame. So, we've got the, in all its glory, pretty design. Black, white, with the, what do you call it, anodized steel look to it. I got that wrong, sorry, but anyway, that's what I'm calling it. It does have the digital, I guess, snow camo. I don't know my camo, so that's what it looks like. Again, that's what I'm saying it is. Wi-Fi module is already installed, so that's good. I don't have to run the cables or worry about installing that. Now, what is interesting is when I looked at the box, I thought both of the PCI 4 slots had that metal shield on it, but it looks like it's only one of them. So either I misread it or the box is wrong. I probably misread it. It does have this little shield on here and some. Oop, 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 oop. Do it, do it. Yeah. Who doesn't like ripping off some of the cellophane protecting anyway, right? So moving on into this, we've got the everything you would think from a motherboard, all the inputs and that's pretty much it. I mean, there's really not much to go over here. I mean, it is a pretty nice looking board. It's going to go great with the color scheme that I'm going with. So basically, in the case, it's going to be a glass case, so you will get to see it, but it's going to be more or less dark with some light, so it'll accent but not show off a lot. So that's kind of really nice. Kind of looking over to I do like the the use of the digital camo. I remember way back in the day we used to make fun of that, or I at least did. I thought it was a little gaudy at the time, but hey, it's actually starting to make a comeback, and I really like it. The IO shield is nice. It looks like it includes HDMI, DisplayPort. It's got 6 USB 3, 2 USB 3.2. One of them is a USB-C port. PS2 port for your keyboard and mouse if you still use that. I don't know why anyone does. Honestly, I've switched to USB and I've never looked back. All the audio ports, the Bluetooth, or not Bluetooth, but the Wi-Fi and LAN port. I mean, that's pretty much everything you would want to see on a board, obviously. So here we go. We'll take a look at that. See if I can get that in focus just a little bit. Yeah, I'm using my monitor so I can kind of see what I'm doing, and it helps just a little bit for putting things in frame. Anyway, so that's pretty much it. Thank you for joining me again. You know, I'm looking forward to getting this build completed. I want to make sure I bring everyone on along with me. That way we can, you know, kind of in a way experience and build it together. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll have as much content as I can when I can. And of course, have a good day.